Hey guys, it's Ma'am here. So I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but Ninja. If you don't know who Ninja is a guy that gets paid boatloads of money to play video games. His game of choice is Fortnite, which is the favorite thing for, I don't know, 16-year-old kids to play or younger. So Ninja decided to wade into the world of letting us know his opinions on stupid stuff that he knows nothing about. And so Ninja sent out this tweet yesterday. Um, just saw people in Berlin gathering to protest COVID 19 existing being against wearing masks. Good to know it's not just some dumb Americans who do not believe in science, social distancing, and wearing masks. Um, he is getting kind of beat up for this. It's kind of funny, and it's just another example of, I don't know, people saying stuff without doing any basic research. I mean, whether you like Ninja, don't like Ninja, wear masks, don't wear masks, any of it. Um, Basically, what he's saying is that Americans are dumb because there's a big swath of people that don't believe in science or social distancing or wearing masks. So, yeah, BLM also doesn't believe in wearing masks in science and social distancing. But I did some research because this is something that annoys me to no end. And like I said, I don't care if you wear a mask, if you're sick, if you're not sick, really could care less. But don't say it's science because if you go to this little, I don't know, article from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, I think that's kind of a government agency. Well, it is a government agency because it's the CDC.gov, Emerging Infectious Diseases. This was published on May 2020, and it says non-pharmaceutical measures for pandemic influenza in non-healthcare settings, personal protective and environmental measures. If you want to read this, you can. It's a whole bunch of science talk, but really all that matters is respiratory etiquette. And I'm reading here at the bottom. Respiratory etiquette is often listed as a preventative measure for respiratory infections. However, there is a lack of scientific evidence to support this measure. Geez, there's a lack of scientific evidence. So I guess Ninja's first point, that we are ignoring science. Well, science tells us there is no evidence that says that it supports it. Whether respiratory etiquette is effective non-pharmaceutical intervention in preventing influenza virus transmission remains questionable and worthy of further research. So it won't stop the flu virus, but it'll magically stop the coronavirus? Probably not. And it goes on to say disposable medical masks, also known as surgical masks, are loose-fitting devices. Yeah, they stop the spray of bodily fluids, but limited evidence for their effectiveness in preventing the influenza virus transmission, either by worn by the infected person for source control or when worn by uninfected persons to reduce exposure. I mean, it's a scientific paper. It's from the CDC. Granted, I guess the Trump people that control the CDC and the publications could have gotten in, and Ji Zhao, Eunice Shu, Wu Zhonggao, Jessica Wong, Min Fong, Shekulian Ryan, sorry if I said that wrong, and Benjamin J. Cowling. I mean, geez, they work at University of Hong Kong in Hong Kong, China, and they're pretty, adept at, being front lines with what's going on. They're probably from, understanding what's going on with Wuhan, but they wrote this paper, it got peer reviewed, and it was published by the CDC. Masks don't do crap. Oh, there's this other article. Physicians' new study why masks don't work and how governments are operating a science vacuum. These guys say it, and this is from Climate Depot, which I know it's not a scientific study, so I figured I would get a lot of flack from that. The World Health Organization now admits COVID can basically not spread unless you have active symptoms. So active symptoms. I live in Arizona. There's been about 165,000 people that have had the disease. They don't currently have it. You don't have the disease once you get it for the rest of your life. So in Arizona, there's about maybe 12 to 15,000 people that actively have the virus. So I went to the CNBC alert. Asymptomatic spread of coronavirus is very rare, and this was updated in June 10th, so 2 months ago. And basically, the WHO said it's very rare for somebody who isn't exhibiting symptoms of coronavirus to actually spread it. So I went to this other research paper, and this is from psu.edu. And basically, what it says is similar to the other article: hand washing and respiratory etiquette. General respiratory hygiene, such as covering one's mouth when coughing and using disposable paper tissues, is widely to be believed to be some value in diminishing spread, even though there is no hard evidence that this is so. And then lastly, from the Gateway Pundit, Dr. Fauci, the guy that said in March that you shouldn't wear masks because they don't do anything, who later changed his stance and said you should wear masks because I was just joking when I said you shouldn't because I wanted to make sure that all the doctors had N95 masks. But now masks are just symbolic. That's basically him saying that you should wear a mask, not that it'll protect you, but as a symbol that you think that everybody should be doing it, even though it does absolutely nothing. The chance of catching COVID-19 from passing interaction in public spaces is minimal. In many cases, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, as I said, there's some scientific research papers for you, Mr. Blevins. I mean, it's great that you're on Twitter and you're trying to get the tweens all riled up about some protests going on in Germany about COVID-19 and not wearing masks, even though it does absolutely no good. But hey, keep it up. As I said, he's getting kind of beat up on Twitter for this because the majority of people that are on Twitter aren't teenagers that love his streaming services. But really, it goes down to pseudo-celebrities. Whether you think Ninja's a celebrity or not, we don't care about your opinions. Everybody's entitled to think what they want. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, you shouldn't be forced to wear a mask. But the world seems to be contrary to that, even though scientific evidence says it does absolutely nothing. Really, what this is showing us is that everybody's entitled to their opinion, and keep it to yourself. Because when you talk putrid stuff like this that is factually wrong based on science papers, and wearing masks doesn't do anything, you're just going to regret this tweet at some point in time because you might come out that you're wrong. So thanks for listening. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. I am a brand new channel. My other channel got deleted because Sue didn't like me. And please share this video just to get me more exposure. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to, counter mainstream media and a lot of the narratives that they're pushing and trying to get some honest stuff out there. So please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.